And we're real glad to be here this evening because what's going to happen between you and us will be unique. This is the only time that we will be doing this show because we work from your suggestions. When we come to you, we might ask you for a suggestion of a relationship between people or a place or an object, and you just call out the first thing in that category that you can think of, and we will take the first thing that we hear and we will use it in our scene. And the show will start in about 30 seconds. So again, welcome.
Sue Walden, Glauber, Milton, Kassel, and Lilie. Yes, you're in for an evening of thrills, laughs, and uphill climbs as the Flash family rides again.
Suggestions of styles of television shows. So what's the kind of television show that you don't tell people that you watch? Soap operas. Soap operas. Thank you very much.
I had telethon last week. What's another style of television show?
Detective.
Detective, thank you.
What kind of show does your Aunt Sally like to watch?
Bonanza.
Bonanza, thank you.
What do you usually watch Sunday afternoon?
Boxing.
Boxing, thank you. Sports shows.
What would your friends die to know that you're watching them on?
Magnum P.I.
Beefcake. Okay, thank you.
Last time I had sitcom, what's a type of show that hasn't been used yet?
Superhero.
Superhero, thank you.
Soap opera?
Detective.
Bonanza.
Sports shows.
Magnum Beefcake.
Superhero.
Oh, Philip. The baby is coming and it's unloved. Isn't that so?
Not at all. I mean, I don't treat anybody under the table in this bar. Do you hear that, little Joe?
Sid, my father wouldn't like you talking that way.
Fuck your father, little Joe. Freeze!
And it's going to be a long putt. Watch this very, very long putt. He didn't make it in.
Oh, no!
Watch this long
Freeze.
birdie.
Gosh, Lois, I'm afraid I better go get a drink of water.
Torso man, you thought you could block up that sewer and starve the city, didn't you?
Freeze! Don't come up here! I'm not kidding! He's crazy, Lieutenant. We don't know what to do. I think we better,
tell you, Higgins, it's been a long day. I got shot to death in the shower, my girlfriend left me, I screwed up your Maserati, and you're a short little midget. No, seriously, I think we should discuss the payment of the funds that you owe me and your mother.
What's the matter, Mom? Is it time?
Freeze! No. The murderer must have come in and the deceased fell here, but what I don't understand is how, if he shot this way, he must go back that way. Well, you're right there, Lieutenant. I don't understand that myself. Well, then, can I see the bottoms of your shoes, please? Well, Lieutenant, I'm an officer. Freeze!
Got the frisbee right on the bottom of my shoe! On the side of my head! On the back of my mind! Oh! Little Joe, why didn't you tell me about that horse of yours?
Freeze!
Oh, Peter! Peter, look, there's a woman being mugged down there. What can we do?
Gosh, I can't do anything. Why don't you run for help? I'll run for Spider-Man.
Oh, boy. I'd like a suggestion now from anybody of an interesting occupation. I heard something up here? A worm catcher. Thank you very much. And one other suggestion of a household object. Last week we had a can opener.
Corkscrew.
What's that again?
Corkscrew.
A corkscrew. Thank you very much. I had worm catcher and corkscrew.
Gotta get out of here, Corky. 5 hours of belly dancing. I'm getting tired. The secret door. Fatima!
You found the secret door.
It tunnels all the way to America.
Then we must take it. My hips are about to fall on the floor.
I thought you were going to stay with the master.
Oh, no. I've had enough of his
There's
using
a
me.
man approaching the harem. No, it's okay, he's blind. The Caliph Hakan Dukhlia approaches.
We are good spies. We cannot be seen. Close the door. Beautiful voice. Who cometh?
Ali Ben Bazoo.
Why aren't you at the OPEC meeting?
We have a communicable disease. May I bring my hearth into your domain?
You already have done that. Why ask? Please watch out. You're breaking off our water pipes.
Yes, I know. Pardon?
Some grape leaves.
Yeah.
Don't want to ask you to eat and run, but I wish you would.
The wine to swallow it down with.
Can I drink the wine first?
Whichever. It is the wine.
feel a strange sensation overcoming my testes.
Quick, women, move!
I'm becoming disoriented. I'm getting vertigo. What a sight! You look like dancing worms.
More wine?
I'm afraid I must not.
Oh, you must. If you were found in the harem, 'twould be better for you to be drunk. Quick, ladies, the trap door.
Don't leave me, I'm just getting excited.
Move aside, you drunken blind man!
No!
This is my harem! In fact, you slut! Yes, slut! Ah, my beautiful maidens.
Master.
Gesundheit. Ah! I have come to witness a fine dance with you and the other fine maidens of my harem.
Look out, sir. We can perform much better in, say, half a day.
No, it must be done now. And one at a time, I want you to remove your veils and show to me your faces.
Couldn't we read the Koran?
Maybe tonight.
How about the Baghdad phone book?
Wait just a moment here. I thought I left 3 maidens in my harem, and
We reproduce easily.
something is odd here.
maiden.
Wait just a moment. Take that off.
I can't.
I know you. What is he doing in here?
Ask him, sire. He charged in with his horse and broke everything, as you can see.
Oh, you scoundrel! I shall take you apart!
But first, a little devious sword play.
You are no match.
My sword is a poison-tip corkscrew.
And this is also a poisoned corkscrew with twice the power of yours.
But mine is the only one in the dynasty. Yours is a fabulous fake.
Ah, that's not so. See, with this amazing corkscrew, I have the powers to leap and become invisible.
Ah,
Notice, study.
but mine is made by Ronco for $9.95.
Cheap imitation is our fault.
Make our escape. While they're fighting, we can make our escape.
It's time for the noon prayer.
What?
God, aren't those kids amazing? The energy coming off these people, I love it. For the next scene, well, I'll give you a little bit of a background on this. Periodically, if you're in a conversation or you're trotting through your daily lives, as we all do, you may not exactly have the precise word that you want to use, and you might take a brief pause. You'd be speaking and it just doesn't come to you. Well, here's an opportunity to put all those hidden words that you've got stored in the back of your craniums to use, because in this next scene, we will be searching for words periodically, but don't give us the predictable word, okay? Give us something unpredictable. It'll be obvious to you when we want the words. We'll look to you for the words, and then give us something a little bit off the wall. Somebody already likes it. Good. What I need now is your suggestion of an occupation that deals with the public.
Doctor.
A doctor. And could I have a location besides the doctor's office?
Cellar.
Buenos Aires, in the cellar, doctor. Thank you. Hello!
Yes, I'm down here.
Is it all right for me to come down?
Certainly.
Good, I'll take off my shoes up here. Woo! God, that's a steep flight of stairs. So nice to see you again.
Thank you, Doctor. It's a privilege having you here in my cellar. Welcome to Buenos Aires. I hope
My
the
favorite
temperature
cellar.
is all right for you.
Very nice, yes. Not too humid, not too cold, not too hot. It's just right. My
Good.
mustache wax will hold up for weeks in this climate. I just know.
This is the rare Buenos Aires wine that I told you about that I think has some properties.
The cure-all.
Yes, that you might be interested. For one thing, smell this. You get a distinct odor of
Onions.
onions.
Oh, I would hate to smell the feet that walked on that. You don't know that wine.
I think that is the secret, though. It's the onion properties here. Why, did you know that if you rub them on your
Backside.
thigh, that suddenly all the cellulite drips off in puddles on the feet?
That kind of stuff, you know? This reminds me of the time when I was back in Toledo,
You
Ohio.
do have to take off your pants first.
Well, I'm the doctor. You take off your pants.
How about instead if I take off my
Hat.
hat?
That's close. You know, it's a good start. But it doesn't compare with taking off your pants.
You will notice it also has a very interesting effect on the head.
Hey, it makes your head look just like a peanut. And it even sort of smells a little bit like that, too. You know.
Notice the hairs have all straightened out and they're kind of hanging off there, rather peanut-like. Ooh, there goes the shape of my head.
Oh, unique.
Ooh.
Actually, it doesn't look so much like a peanut as it does a cucumber. Or possibly a carrot, except for the color.
Then I'd better get this antidote. This one has, what in it?
Rhyme.
It has ambrosia and lime in it. And it's a perfect antidote for peanut butter cucumber heads.
But enough of this.
What do you think? It's coming back to normal.
The real you, that's for sure. Enough of this frippery. Now I'm ready to do what I came here to do, which is remove your
Socks.
socks. You have the sock horn? Has it been sterilized?
Yes.
Okay.
It's right in the sterilized pan right there.
Good. Very nice. Buster Brown on there, isn't that good?
Antique has been in the family for years.
Do you want any kind of anesthetic, or would you rather have
A detailed map of Japan.
a detailed
I think I'd like
Japan, or you just the northern part, or
the northern part is fine.
There's a little pictorial view of Hokkaido on there that just knocked you out. There's your new name, Benji. He's a real cute guy. Okay, if you just raise your right, Airedale. Come on, in line, you devil. Would you put it in back? Oh, this sock is more inflamed than
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Yes, I know. Every day it's gotten worse. The pictures that I sent you, it was much smaller than this. That was 4 days ago.
Well, there were little bitty photos, though, too.
You know, if you hadn't arrived today, this thing, I'm sure, would have grown to the size of a
B-52.
beef.
Then we'd have to operate upstairs.
Out in the, on the pampas.
Yes, indeed. No matter what some people say about it, we'd go out there. Yeah.
Very careful. I tend to be a little allergic, and when a sock remover hits my ankle in the wrong way, I'm liable to
Put both gloves in your mouth.
put both gloves in your mouth.
What a treat that could be. Now, I'll just stick the sock horn right here in your,
Asbestos.
right here in your asbestos. We don't want to have any inflammation. You know, the asbestos keeps the inflammation right there.
Oh, doctor, I'm beginning to feel
Faint.
faint.
Hold on, it won't take... Forget that.
Remember when you were a kid and your mother used to read you a story before you went to sleep? Well, we're going to tell you a story this evening that will be like a story you've never heard before. And you're going to help us by remembering 3 rules. And those 3 rules are that whenever you hear an overly long pause, an unnecessary repetition of a word or phrase, or an error in grammar, you're going to say, that. So remember, overly long pause, error in grammar, or an unnecessary repetition, and you're going to say, real loud, you're going to say, what? That. Right. Say it again, and we'll see if we can get some people out here. That. Right. Okay, can I have a word that describes a smell.
Stinky.
I heard stinky. And how about an organ in your body? A pancreas. All right, we're going to tell you a story tonight about a stinky pancreas.
And to conduct us, Sue Walden.
That.
Give him a chance to get going. The stinky pancreas.
Leopold stood by the magazine counter in the drugstore, flipping through the dog-eared portions of the Playgirl he had left behind the month before. He took a giant...
A giant look at one of the photos. It was of a dog sliced open on the operating table. Its innards were...
exposed. You could see his stomach. You could see his esophagus. You could see his heart.
Testes. And you could also see his pancreas. It was
Purple with rage. Yes, the dog was quite surprised when it was sliced open. Leopold noticed that printed
Beneath the picture of the dog was an address. He quickly jotted it down on his left elbow and ran over to the address printed in the magazine. He noticed
that there was no time to lose because the dog
looked very sick. Leopold quickly hopped on
to his motorcycle and began to speed to the address,
which was on
1152 Milvia Street, Berkeley. He rapped on the door.
knock, knock.
Knock. He rapped 3 times when the door suddenly
opened.
and an old woman answered.
She said,
Hello.
"There, young."
How are you?
At this point,
the doorbell fell off and broke the lady's foot. He began to
screamed madly. Hey, what
Are you coming?
To? What is the world coming to? Where's my
Dog is sick and now you come?
to my door and break my foot. I'm so upset I think I'll
puke. She resisted that terrible urge, and Leopold
Cried on her shoulder softly. She led him to
A room where the dog was
lying there, cut into little
Pieces. The poor,
dog was
very sad. He was
so sad, in fact, that he had tears
running down
his little face. The dog whimpered.
help me? Help me! And that was all.
he said, and died. What can I do?
said Leopold to help this.
Poor little dog.
so Leopold.
Lee took a piece of
Saran wrap out of his pocket and wrapped it.
Around the dog's parts. Suddenly he noticed
That the dog was starting.
to
Salivate. Yes, he knew that the dog
was going to
stink to high heaven once his juices got over with the hardwood floors.
Dog was going to putrefy.
Into a piece of solid.
mucus. At this point,
Leopold decided
It was time to get his parking validated.
down to the Safeway market.
And asked the
Safeway manager.
Mr. Richards
for a little stamp to put on his
Dog's paw.
Which he did, and it got
progressively
finished.
To the
Grammar. Yeah, they're going style. 1, 2, 3.
You know she had it.
Aggressively.
worse to the point where it began to stink.
to high heaven in the store. He bought some airwick, stuck him up his nose.
And the manager.
The manager said,
Don't leave the store
Without it. He didn't know what he was talking about. It didn't make any sense anyway. He ran back
To the meat counter.
and bought some
Meat to give.
to the dog. He had hopes that the dog was possibly
resuscitatable.
The dog showed no interest in the meat. So Leopold
Began
to go
around and around in a circle, chanting a strange chant he had heard on a
radio program about 10:30 the Sunday night before.
Soon everybody in the store started
to jump about with a great
push up their shopping carts and chant.
Hare Krishna. It was a song.
Then everybody knew.
And over and over again.
The manager said this can't go on, so he called
The security force. They came in and took
The lives.
of the dog and of Leopold down to the...
dog pound, where Leopold...
Retired.
At this point, Leopold said, "Dog of my...
heart.
You don't know,
How much,
you mean to me,
or
how often,
I
think,
of you during the night." The dogs...
still.
Give it to him!
All right. Oh, okay.
don't smell,
was becoming unbearable. Leopold began
to pant and
scream about. He began pulling
froth from
the dog's mouth. He began pulling organs from the dog's body. First,
the heart, the little 4 chambers he fondled, and then he began
to reach for
the pancreas. This was his favorite part. He twitched
and squashed his way through the dog's torso until he had his hands on the pancreas. It smelled like...
shit.
He decided not to
See the dog,
anymore, as it was ruining...
his life, his social,
Life wasn't...
no good.
Okay, let's give Jim a hand! As a prize,
Thanks a
Jim
lot.
gets to finish this. As a prize, give a prize.
Trying.
Yeah.
Like Cracker Jack.
He gets to finish this story without me interrupting or you. So Jim, the end of the story, please.
Okay. Leopold had gone through 4 semesters of medical school. He was thrown out for reasons we won't get into right here. But when he got that stinky dog's pancreas in his hand, he knew that's the answer. He threw the rest of the dog aside. He cuddled that pancreas in his 2 little hands and trotted down the street. He got back to the old lady's house. She was still writhing in pain on the living room floor with a broken foot. He put that stinky dog's pancreas on her foot, and you know, it healed up in 30 seconds. And guess what? All of her wrinkles fell off. She was gorgeous. He was so excited. He washed his hand first, put his arm around her, and said, "Will you marry me?" And to this day, they live happily ever after.
Hey. Oh, look at the waves.
It's so beautiful out.
Nice at the beach.
Golly, it's great.
Will you buy me a Coke?
I sure will.
Great.
Here, I'll give you the money. You can go get it.
But you're the boy and you're supposed to get it for me.
Okay, I will.
But you get a suggestion too while I go get the Coke.
Okay. Gee, Annette and I are real cute. We like, you know, we're a real 60s couple, golly. And we'd like to think like, what would like be something that we could sing about of the 80s? Something of the 80s that we could sing about.
Nuclear disarmament.
Nuclear disarmament. Thank you.
animal that you haven't seen lately?
Aardvark.
Aardvark, thank you very much. Coming up on Newsweek at 11. Aardvark's buying condominiums in Pacifica. Stay tuned with the Newsweek team, including me, after the movie at 11.
Where's a place that a lot of people pass through?
Shopping mall.
Fresno.
A shopping mall. What kind of place in a shopping mall?
Massage parlor.
A massage parlor. Thank you.
Can I have your favorite animal at the zoo?
Bear.
Oh, the bear, thank you.
Hi.
Hi. My back's really hurting me. I'd like to have a little massage.
Fine. See our prices up there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. $20, that's a lot of money, but I'm gonna...
Well, that's a full 45 minutes. You could get a half hour for $15.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a good deal. Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Okay. You're having
Maybe I'll
trouble with your shoulders, huh?
I'm having a hard time getting on the table.
Maybe I could, kind of loosen you up here a little bit.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Fingernails done too a little bit later. Really long.
They're real long. You kind of watch it and, swing and kind of. How's that feel?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you're really tight.
It's permanent arch on my back.
Yeah, I noticed it. How's that feel?
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta watch it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? You like this?
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I gotta go look for some summer clothing now, so, if you're going.
Okay, gosh, you got a lot of hair on your back.
Those hormone pills I've been taking.
Those androgens.
Yeah, here's $20.
Well, 15.
15.
Uh-huh.
That was fun. That was good.
Okay, see you around.
Okay.
Come back.
What kind of an animal would you like to have for a pet, other than a cat or dog?
Lizard.
Oh, rat. A lizard, I heard. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to the Serenity Center. Would you like to have a seat? Sure. You're sure a fast mover, aren't you?
Thank you.
What did you have in mind today?
I just need a few words of advice.
About what?
Well, my life has seemed very hectic lately. So I've been thinking of taking a vacation. When I saw your sign out front, I said to myself, they will know where I should go for a serene vacation. Someplace hot.
How about Mexico? They have a lot of iguanas down there, though. You probably wouldn't feel comfortable with a lot of iguanas.
Yeah, I would. I don't mind.
Well, they have bugs and all, too.
I don't mind.
Like big, kind of juicy bugs.
Really?
That would be good.
Any particular place in Mexico you would recommend?
Cuernavaca.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. I knew I could come in here and get some answers.
Sure. Anytime you want a massage, we'll be here.
Maybe when I come back.
You look like you have a little problem with your skin. I bet we can take care of that.
It's very dry.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Somewhere in the back now, another animal.
Squirrel.
Squirrel, thank you. Hello.
Come right in.
Is this the massage center?
This is the Serenity Massage Center.
Okay.
You want to have a seat?
Oh, sure, if that's the way it's done.
You seem a little nervous. Have you ever had a massage before?
I've had a massage, but I've never had a massage.
What did you have in mind today?
Well, should I say? I mean, the door's open and everything. I've never done this before.
Well, we usually use oil. We have Kama Sutra oil. We have
That's on my wife.
we have essence of almond. This is kind of funny. This is acorn. This is a new one.
That's wonderful. Can I keep it?
Usually I rub it on you.
Oh, that's right. How much do you charge for something special?
Well, our rates are up there. It's $20 for 45 minutes and $15 for half an hour.
How much time?
You
we just kind of
seem really nervous. I think you ought to take 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, no, I don't have that much time. Could we maybe kind of scoot in the other room and where it's safe, and you can give me the special massage?
Is there a part of your body that's particularly tense?
I just, no, you don't have to work on me. I could just work on you.
But usually, I'm a masseuse. I'm a trained masseuse, and I usually do it to you.
The special feet.
Your feet.
No, not my feet, your feet.
I think it's those shoes.
No, for $50, could I just kind of, I just like feet.
Mr. Watson!
No, I'm sorry. Maybe I've come to the wrong place. I'm very sorry. Here, take that back. Acorn.
In this next scene, I'm going to be taking all my lines from this book of modern American scenes for student actors. So what I need from you is a page number.
47.
16 I heard first.
And I don't have a book, so I'm going to have to make my lines up. What's the relationship between two women? Sisters. And what's a room in the house?
Garage.
A garage. Thank you. Oh, Sue, I bet your therapy session was interesting this week.
We love each other. We've been faithful. You've been faithful to me all these years.
Well, that's because I'm your sister, you know.
Who could blame you? I don't deserve it.
You're really hard on yourself. I mean, you know, you're not that bad. fixing up his doghouse again, huh? You miss that old dog, don't you?
I know, I've missed you, Chris.
I think you could forget about him. Maybe get a puppy or something.
Got a terrible hangover.
You were out really late last night.
Oh, not that.
I didn't say that.
So we never stopped going around, and then I got drunk and sentimental the first night, and I telephoned Mummy in London.
You didn't. I didn't. Oh. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. You've been, kind of depressed lately.
And I suddenly felt like it.
Yeah, well, I think that was good you acted on that.
I wish I'd stayed home with you.
Well, you don't have to always stay home with me. It's good for you to get out with your friends.
But you're awfully nice to come back to.
I'm always glad to see you.
Oh, it does. It does.
It does. It does seem nice to be home sometimes, yeah.
You're awfully nice to come back to.
Sue, have you and Dr. Greenblatt discussed your feelings about me?
I do think we belong together.
Yeah, it's nice to be sisters, but, we don't have to be together all the time. The other night when, George was over and you kept knocking on the door, it was kind of embarrassing.
But it was that sent me on that idiotic binge.
I don't think so. I think you kind of created that yourself. I don't think you should blame George and me for that.
The what, dear?
Oh, listen, don't pretend you don't know. You were at the door until 1 o'clock, and after you stopped knocking, I could see your nose under the door sniffing.
Oh, yes, I looked at it.
Well, probably it's anything you haven't seen before.
I'm terribly sorry, Chris, but it won't do.
I don't need you censoring or it's kind of inhibiting anyway.
Not nearly snappy enough.
Well, George and I have been married for a while. After a while, maybe we should try something different, though.
Kurt Rosenthal called.
No, I don't like him. Of a spoken language. I heard Hindu first. And may I have the title of a poem that, as far as you know, has never been written? August in September. Is that what you said? Ladies and gentlemen, at this evening's Poetry Film Festival, this evening gathering, we have tonight the very learned Dr. Ibimu Basuma, here to give us his rendition of his original poem, August in September. Please welcome Ibima. Yes, of course, he speaks no English. I will be translating, and Miss Irma Fitzwater will be signing for the August in September. The sun was hot, my soul was parched.
My lips were beating against each other. Songs kept waxing in my mind. And I reached out for help. I reached out for assistance. There was no one in sight, no one to be found.
Oi, Becky.
I was hungry for foreign food. I did obscene things with my hands and lips. But it was no help. The sand was hot, and my soul could not understand. He apologizes for that last line. That wasn't what he intended to say. That's supposed to come later. What he intended to say was, the sun was hot, my feet were hot. I looked for help as far as the eye could see.
Raduska, protisti noch hierbij.
It was August. It was December. It was October. It was November. When the seasons are crowded and confused in my mind, who knows if it's August in September? And now I need several suggestions, so I'm going to write them down so I don't lose them. What's a disease? Parkinson's disease. A sport that you hate.
Bowling.
Bowling. Unusual weather condition for San Francisco.
Snow.
Tornadoes, I heard first. From someplace over here, a foreign country. Ethiopia. From someplace right down in the front, a style of music.
Jazz.
Jazz. I got first. From in the back, a show business personality.
Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell.
Our favorite. Captain Pete.
And an insect from anywhere.
Ant.
Ant. All right. I've got Parkinson's disease, bowling, tornadoes, Ethiopia, jazz, Howard Cosell, and ants. Thank you.
Welcome to Channel 54, the generic news network. 9, 10, 11 o'clock news. Anchorperson Doug Kassel and Kate Edwards.
Thank you. Welcome to Newsweek. As I reported earlier, our beginning story tonight is that aardvarks are in fact buying condominiums in Pacifica. Why they're doing this, we don't know, except there was a report that they were trying to avoid paying the San Francisco parking fines.
And also in the news, we've had some reports that jazz music is going out of style. It's been in style for years and years, but now there seems to be no one that wants to listen to jazz music. We have an on-the-spot reporter talking about this evening, Sue Walden. She was downtown at the On-Broadway Club to talk with some noted jazz musicians about the demise of jazz.
Zoe's been on.
Sue Walden on the spot downtown at the Jazz Center in San Francisco. We're shocked to find out that jazz is on its way out. And we have here notable jazz performer. We have two performers here. Yes, we're in luck. They've been walking around the building picketing.
Hey, news person, hey.
The Newsweek team would like to hear from the inside. Why is jazz dying?
Everybody in jazz is old. Leonard Feather's about 106, you know, we got Max Roach is 72, man, they're all just old guys.
Well, there you have it. Jazz is dying because no one new has joined the club. Thank you very much. Sue Walden, downtown San Francisco.
Thank you. Also in the news.
Yes, the world was shocked today by the announcement that Howard Cosell decided to give up all his worldly possessions and become a guru. We have a late-breaking report on that. As a matter of fact, our reporter, Jim Lilie, good old Jim, he's everywhere. He landed in Afghanistan this morning to report on this strange cult. Jim, are you there?
Yes, I'm picking you up. Are you receiving my signal?
Go ahead, Jim. We're ready to hear you.
Thank you very much. Reporting from the Afghanistan airport on the new Kassel cult. People have been walking around the Afghanistani area with strange artificial-looking hair pieces and saying things like wank, wank, wank. They talk over each other. They constantly interrupt. They're very, very abusive. And they're old. Very old and they're opinionated. It's quite a disorganized cult. Many members have killed each other in trying to get their wank, wank out before the other person has finished.
Incredible. Sounds a lot like jazz musicians, Jim.
That's right, Doug.
You can take a break. You've had a hard week out there covering the various revolutions and things.
Yeah, it's been tough. Can you hear me?
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Thank you. From Afghanistan, Jim Lilie.
Porter really knows his stuff.
Yes. Incredible.
It's wonderful. We have news this evening that Ethiopia has decided to secede from Africa and move to the United States. We have a report now from Sue Walden. She's been meeting with the mayor, actually the premier of Ethiopia, to talk about this incredible phenomenon. Sue?
Sue Walden in Ethiopia at the City Hall. We've been speaking with the ruler here, and he feels that the climate in San Francisco is much better. I've tried to dissuade him, letting him know that actually the embassies are being bombed left and right here. It's a very unsafe place for foreign persons. So he has decided that he is going to pack up his whole country, lock, stock, and barrel, and move them to Des Moines, Iowa. I assured him there was plenty of room there, and the food was good. So look out, Des Moines, Iowa. Here comes Ethiopia.
Do you think there's going to be any problems, Sue, with the language barrier?
No, they have been importing translators and instructors. They have the whole Berlitz school here. And they expect that by the time of the move, which is clocked at this point, ETD is 1 month from tomorrow, that they'll have the language cold. They brought in a specialist that is working with them on slang and colloquialism.
Fine, good. Well, we're looking forward to have them in this country.
Hey, honey, can you get us the mineral rights there?
No promises from Sue Walden in Ethiopia.
Thank you, Sue.
On the medical front, we have an in-depth report about Parkinson's disease. Crippling disease or merely a bid for attention? And to kick off Parkinson's disease telethon, which was begun today, we have our entertainment reporter, Jim Lilie, just back from Ethiopia, where he just laid him in the aisles, and he's going to give us the lowdown on the real bazoo behind Parkinson's disease.
You guys are great. Thanks a lot. Oh, God, we're having a ball. We got this punk band that came in, and people were doing this dance they call the shake. It was just... The keynote in this disease, as it is with many other diseases that are striking America, that are taking the old people over, many of the young people over, is don't take it seriously. If you get Parkinson's disease, don't let it get you down. If you're a little upset by it, keep a stiff upper lip, if you're able to do that. Face the world with a smile, and continue on with your daily activities. Go to the store, go on dates, have sex with your favorite lady or man, as the case may be, or a combination thereof, but don't disturb your daily life pattern. That's the thing that kills people. See, Parkinson's disease basically makes you just a little bit sore on the soles of your feet. But when you stop your daily routine, you die immediately. Next week we have the big leukemia festival up in Milton.
Yeah, I did that last year. A wonderful time until the wine ran out.
I think it was the corn nuts that got you down.
Corn nuts.
See you guys next month. Take care.
Have a good time. Now we're going to have a real exciting treat for you this evening. We have a guest sports announcer. Our regular sports announcer, Ron Lohman, is taking a little vacation. So this evening we have John Remak to tell you what's new on the field and in the rink.
Well, hi, Kate. Hi, Doug.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
I'm a little bit embarrassed and a little bit nervous to be here tonight. I've never really done this professionally before. Normally, I teach in Little League, but this is something new for me.
Well,
Okay,
you look great.
just go ahead, just read the monitor. Okay, bowling, big sport, fun for the entire. It's a lot of fun. In Bolinas, they had the Beta Bolinas Bowling Championship. It was a big hit. Kids were going down all over from San Rafael to Bolinas. It was really quite a treat to see people bowling down the streets of Marin County all the way to Bolinas. There were a few injuries there. I was on the spot, and I bowled a few myself. I couldn't hit the side of a truck if I wanted to. In fact, I did hit the side of a truck, and there's a pending lawsuit. But it was fun, and we hope to see you all out there bowling. It's a terrific sport. Okay, moving on to other sports in the Bay Area. Well, the basketball team, it's gone, isn't it? No scores there. We got some footage on it, and it's just a bunch of nothing. We can take a look at the players. There they are. They're sitting in their locker room. They are depressed. Just a lot of drugs to take and nothing to do. Okay, on with the baseball season, huh? Okay, well, they're really swinging their bats over at Candlestick Park. Let me tell you, we won a game, just like the Little Leagues. So what we're going to do is we're not going to look at the Major League scores. I know that's usually the way we do it. Instead, let's take a look at some of the Little League teams. I think that that's the problem with the news, and thanks for putting me on here, and it gives me a chance to say what I really think. I think that there's too much attention to these high-paying sports. I think we should take a look at the smaller sports. Okay, so for instance, let's take a look at this. The Walnut Creek Gophers against the San Simeon Lions. Well, it was a good game. Little Bobby Jones hit one right near first base. That was the first one that's ever been hit out there on no man's field.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much.
Well, there's a whole other bunch of Little League and Babe Ruth scores that I think the kids worked real hard on, and people should hear about them. Kate?
Well, we've arranged for you to have a special on Sunday afternoon.
Studio 2.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's John Remak with the sports. You can take a look at the scores in your paper. If you really care.
Thanks, John. We'll call you.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
And now, what you've all been waiting for. What's it doing outside? Mary Milton is here to rain down a little information on us.
That fog out of my head.
I bet you want to know what the weather's going to be like this weekend.
Especially, yeah, those tornado things.
Yeah, tornadoes are deadly
We didn't get
news.
those in St. Louis.
Really?
No.
Well, I wanted to show you my new map. I got this really advanced map that just shows you the entire country. And I have my Crayolas, and I've already colored California yellow, and Oregon green, and what color do you think I would do Washington?
Peach.
Peach. Okay, so you can see the entire United States. I don't have it all colored yet. I just, I started at the West Coast, but I'll move across the country, and by the end of the week, I should have it all colored in. As you can see, there are tornadoes. Let me just what color should I make the tornadoes?
Black.
Black. I'll make them little swirls. Okay, there are these tornadoes in the Midwest, especially in Kansas. We all heard of the Wizard of Oz and all that. So there are these tornadoes, and there is a problem with the tornadoes. We have heard rumors that some people in Southern California are asking that those tornadoes come over to Northern California, pick up the water, and carry it there. But there are some ecology groups in Northern California that is trying to prevent that. So I hope that they will be able to do that. But our weather this weekend looks pretty good. As long as those tornadoes don't come over from the Midwest, I think we'll have a really great weekend. And you can get out there and play hardball if you want.
Mary, I have a question. Why is it that we're having such a cold summer this year?
Well, it has something to do with the Arctic flow and the Antarctic flow, and they get together and they make these little waves. I can color those blue.
When you say that every year, Mary, I mean, what's different? You always hear about the ice age coming back. I mean, so haven't you progressed a little beyond that?
Well, I could do it purple. That's good. Purple and blue.
Well, thank you.
I mean, forecasting weather is a science.
That's true. And thank you for staying inside the lines. Okay.
Report from our resident food experts on a new phenomenon in lots of restaurants, also singles bars. They're serving as hors d'oeuvres some kind of ant dish. And to talk about that tonight is our food expert, Jim Lilie. Jim?
I think he's got it just right.
Excuse me. Yes, the ant dishes have been sweeping the Bay Area, especially in the singles bar scene. There's a rumor that the two things that will act as an aphrodisiac, one is a rhinoceros's horn, or a bit of a grating off a rhino's horn. The second thing is the good old American black ant. As you know, in San Francisco, we have one rhino, and they have him under arms out of the San Francisco Zoo. People from many, many foreign countries have been trying to jump through the bars and just get a little pinch of that horn because they think it'll make a Superman. It probably won't. But there are ants walking around the streets of the city. Put a little bit of honey on the floor. When you come out in the morning, you'll be Superman. You have thousands of ants. In fact, the ant hunters are out there right now. The people who are supplying the singles bars, Lord Jim's, Henry Africa's, they're going crazy. They're getting 50 cents an ant because, as you very well know, if you go to Perry's and you don't have your aphrodisiac, you're really in big, big trouble. Ants are sweeping the Bay Area. Get some today.
Thanks, Jim. You really ruined my appetite.
You kidder.
See you, Perry.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Stay tuned for the late-breaking story in which Dan Feinstein is planning to put a ban on all hand tools in San Francisco. So be with us at 11, 12, 4:30, and 8:45 on I'm Doug Kassel.
I'm Kate Edwards.
And have a good one.
Okay, what I need from you guys now is well, we all have them. I'm sure half of you in here, the audience, have a boring occupation where you do the same thing over and over again. What's one of those occupations?
Xerox machine.
Xerox machine, thank you very much.
Collate. No, well, actually, you have a lot of pieces to do. What do you have, 2 or 3 pieces?
Well, I've got just 5.
Well, go ahead.
Fine,
I have some collating to do. Do you know how to work the Xerox machine? Oh, okay.
Nice day out, huh?
Oh, really hot. I wish I didn't have to work.
Boy, me too.
You look like you've been out in the sun. You got a nice tan there.
Mostly my nose. I get sunburned real easily on my nose.
Yeah, if you get some of that zinc oxide, that works real well for that.
Thanks.
Looks like a will you're doing over there.
Oh, I don't know. I never read them. I just copy them.
Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Franklin. Yes, the great reproduction expert. Doctor.
I'm ready.
All right.
We're having a conference, Mrs. Edie. Can you come and
Yes,
talk to us?
Yes, I can. I have everything ready.
The tubes.
There
All
they
the
are.
sperm and eggs are in order now, Doctor.
Would you please check and see if my thesis has been copied for everyone in the audience?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. We have
Check
them
your
already.
theses, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you autograph your thesis for me, please? Yes, certainly.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Doctor, you're the greatest reproduction therapist person in the whole wide world, and I'd like to shake your hand.
Not everyone gets to shake these hands, you know. These hands have been some pretty special places.
All over the world, Doctor.
All over the
And
world.
you're teaching at Harvard this fall, I hear.
Yes, I am.
I'm proud to
And
be...
Yale.
And Yale and Dartmouth, too. Oh, we're so
You're
lucky to have
fantastic.
you.
Oh, that's quite all right. Would you like me to sign a thesis copy for you, too?
Yes, here's a whole stack of thesis copies for you to sign, Doctor.
My little cousin would love to have you sign a thesis for him.
The greatest doctor in the world.
Listen, are you going to be one more minute or two?
What?
Oh, I was just making conversation. Give me another minute or two?
That's all.
Oh. You know, I heard about this new job downtown. I think you'd be really great for it. It's more of an exciting kind of job. It's working for executive secretary at IBM.
What I'm going to ask for next from you is an object that you own that inspires a tremendous amount of hate or love.
Wow.
Ooh. Straight edge razor blades. Thank you.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Every day, my wife wouldn't have it any other day. Then one day she went away. I didn't shave anymore. Then one day a lady came. She came and she knocked on the door. She liked the hair on my face. She said, grow it all over the place. My razor. So I got rid of the razor that very day. Back the day my wife went away. Yeah. Twice a week, she runs her hair through her fingers, strange thing she speaks.
I am giving up shaving my legs every day. I would cut them in
know that we're singing about the only razor blades. You think that you use them for your legs, you think you use them for a shave. But I know better what that blade is for. It's for chopping up a drug. And if you know what I mean, then don't drop it on the rug. I like that blade, but I don't use it to shave my face, you know what I mean? Okay, I got all that kind of paraphernalia, and I've got that twin track razor blade. Time to take a break. We're going to take 10 minutes. We'll take 10, we'll give you 10, we'll join you back here then after that. Okay, so go outside and get some wine and maybe go to the John. And don't get lost because we need the whole audience back each and every one. Okay!
What's your name?
I'm Dan.
Dan, tell me what your impressions of the Flash family.
I enjoy it.
Have you been before?
No, it's my first time.
Ever seen any other improv?
Oh, yes, I have.
And how does this compare?
This compares on a level from 1 to 10. This is about 5.
And what was your favorite bit?
My favorite bit tonight was the newscast.
I like that.
I like that the most.
What was your least favorite?
My least favorite, I couldn't tell you because I didn't have one.
Okay, what would your advice be to the troupe?
My advice? Ooh, that's rough. My advice would be to get tighter.
Get tighter. And as the audience, what do you think? How do you think the crowd is feeling right now?
I think the crowd has enjoyed it very much, and the crowd is in a good mood.
Terrific.
Because of that.
Okay, there are a couple more shows this summer. Will we see you back here again?
I think you might.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gotta speak louder.
Well, I have to admit that it's very difficult getting here. The action on the bridge, he held everything up. Yes. I really haven't had a lot of time to collect my thoughts, but I think it's very important to let everyone know that the bridge is open.
Indeed, yes. Traffic counselors take note, yes.
And I believe that the rebellion has been put down.
Good, good.
And as far as we know, that the mountain is still there.
Oh, but what about the laser beams?
There's no evidence of there being any laser beams in operation at any time during the disturbance.
Indeed.
The San Rafael police did report a large number of bowling balls on the freeway.
Would that be somewhere between San Rafael and Bolinas?
Yes, so particularly toward Mill Valley, rolling downhill into Mill Valley.
Well, how could they roll up?
Well, under these circumstances, you would not believe the things that have been reported.
Folks, let us ask you a story. Can we ask you a question about the Flash family?
Certainly.
Is this your first time seeing them?
No.
The first time in this location.
I see. What do you think of tonight's show so far?
I love it.
Very interesting things that we've not seen tried before, different.
I like the thing from the acting book and the other person responding blind. That's a wonderful setup.
Right. Working with one person on script and one off.
Have you done some improv yourselves?
Yes.
I see. Are you with a troupe?
Yes.
Yes.
It's called Spontaneous Combustion.
I gotcha. Well, will we see you back at some other Flash family shows?
I'm sure.
Great. Thank you very much. Welcome back for the second half of our show.
Thank you.
Yay! Oh, God, you guys are great. Before we go any further, a fellow who's been doing all the sound effects and all the musical instruments, Rich Glauber. For the first piece in our second half, what I need is a suggestion of a location.
Australia.
Australia, I heard. I need let's see, an article of clothing.
Belt.
Shoes, a belt. Australia belt. And also I need something valuable.
Ring.
Diamond. Okay, thank you very much. What we're going to do with those three suggestions is a soap opera. We have a continuing soap opera that we're doing in this series. We do 6 episodes of this soap opera. In our first run where we attempted this, it's been about a year ago or so, we did Changes in Their Lives, and we completed the soap opera in 6 episodes. Last run in January here was Normal Hospital. And you can guess what that was about, right? This time we're dealing with all the recent focus that's been put on the West Coast and the showbiz factions. This is about behind the scenes at a movie studio, the foibles, the egos, the problems, and things that are paramount in their lives.
Welcome to another episode of Paramount in Their Lives. If you were here last week, you would have seen Fabrizio Fallopian, great movie director, trying to work out this scene with Beatrice Friday, script girl extraordinaire.
Mr. Fallopian, here's your medication.
That's the 4th time today.
Mr. Fallopian, I don't know how you're going to make it through this film. You've been shaking and fainting and...
These damn pills, that's what's making me shake and faint.
No, it's you, Mr. Fallopian.
Ah.
I think you're sick.
Yes, and last week, big star Rory Phoenix and his ex-wife, sex symbol Lola St. Michael, were at each other's throat.
Oh, you're not going to get the outcome. I told you.
Look, Rory, you're going to have to speak to my attorney if you come at me one more time with any of your stupid, unreasonable demands.
Let go! Let go!
Also, this exciting scene starring Honey Graham, the aging sex symbol, and Brian Barney's maverick director.
Brian, I know you've taken Fabrizio's script.
That's right. And I know you're trying to bribe me.
Just have all your Syntax stock transferred to my
Can't let you do that, honey. I'll stop you any way I can.
And we'll find out the way he's going to stop her in this week's episode of Paramount in Their Lives.
Brian, I want the name of your attorney. Mine is not doing a good enough job. That stupid Rory's been after me again. He's coming onto the set. He's disrupting my motivation and my mood. He's been just throwing me off. I mean, I just know it's showing in my work. I don't want him to stop. I'd like a, whatever they call it, that'll keep him away from me.
Fine. Is that all you want?
Yes,
That's it.
for now.
You want Rory off your back?
I want Rory off my back. I don't
He's
want
my
him
brother.
on any set. Brian, he is disrupting every movie that we put him on. He's disrupting me.
Don't you think
Brian, Lola.
Hello.
Brian, how are you?
Fabrizio, slap me again and I'll kick you in the nuts. I'm tired of this Italian showmanship. Come on, you come in here.
Kick Fabrizio Fallopian in the nuts?
Go back to Cons.
Stuart Granger tried to kick me in the nuts once back in 1958. I broke his leg. You don't trifle with an old Italian, you know.
Old Italian is right. What are you doing in the movie business anyway? You know,
making millions of dollars.
Yeah, millions of dollars off of my material.
Your material? You're the one lurking around my office, picking up scripts with those sticky little fingers of yours. Judy Trudy.
Yeah, all Rudy, right on, yeah. I know your problem.
Very, very
Cute.
heavy
Yeah.
accusation there, Fabrizio.
Lola, I thought you'd stand by me and against this young whippersnapper
I
of that...
just wanted to caution you when you're around witnesses, one should be careful with one's
Witness?
name.
Witness? You're a witness?
Certainly, I'm an uninvolved third party here.
We were involved once. I don't know. You became uninvolved.
He used to be my brother-in-law. I was involved with him too. I was involved with Rory. I've been involved with everybody.
Well, I can see I'm going to get uninvolved very quickly.
Mr. Fallopian, I've got the room at the hospital. I got the room that you wanted.
No, not in front of them. I don't want them to know.
It's only going to be a week. Don't
Go on,
worry.
Fabrizio. You break your leg.
It's a very sick man.
What do you mean he's sick?
He's very sick. He's going to have to be in the hospital for a long time, and someone's going to have to take over the movie. Directing the movie.
Who did you have in mind, Beatrice?
I thought we could talk about that later, Lola.
Now we take you on location to Australia.
You get out of my line of fire, please? You're going to become an accident.
You wouldn't do that, Rory, would you?
If the check is not received, I would, yes.
All right. I'll get over here.
Now, I've been taking these hiatuses for 4 years now. I'm getting a little bloody sick of it. It's about time I did a picture. What's the one you're doing? Hell on Mars, or Hell off Mars, or Get off my Mars bar? What is it?
Rory, I know something about that movie.
What?
It's not really Brian's script.
Yes. So bad.
I just know something.
You can tell me. I mean, we were married long enough to have a secret together. Come on. Whose script is it?
Too many IBM stuff.
It's a clue. It's a clue. All right. Are they in trouble? They need a director?
Have you noticed how hot Fabrizio is? I mean, not hot, but hot.
Yes, he's become quite sick and he can't handle the job. They need someone who's used to action pictures. Someone who knows the business inside and out. Somebody who's done The Cutlass and the Cleavage and Jungle Princess.
Maybe I could be of some help.
I'll write you a check right now. Would you hold this for me? I know I was late and, I know you have expenses.
6 weeks later, at Brian Bernays' house, glad you could come over for a little drink.
Well, I've always wanted to talk to you in private. I know I don't put on the most friendly demeanor around you, but the fact is that I'm very fond of you, Brian.
Beatrice, you never told me that.
Oh, Brian, I think your film expertise is incredible, and I think it could be you and I taking over the film.
You and me?
Yeah.
Well, that's something I didn't expect to hear from you.
Oh, I brought a bottle of wine. Yeah.
I mean, after all, you're my brother's daughter. That would make you my niece.
Well, it wasn't we didn't have the same husband.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay then. Here, have a drink. Oh!
I just opened some wine.
That's silly. I'll put these down. What do you say, first the formalities, I mean, look at this. Beautiful scenery here, Lake Don Pedro. We've got the whole lake to ourselves, Beatrice. Okay. Yeah, come in.
Brian, Fabrizio, are you alone?
No, Fabrizio, I got company.
I wanted to talk about a co-producing, co-directing a big deal.
Yeah, come on in.
Tell him you're busy.
No, I want you to come in. I've got something I want to talk to you about, Fabrizio.
Brian, all I can do is throw myself on your mercy. You're just wonderful. You've got the money, you've got the talent, the skills. I don't have to put on a facade. Oh, she's here. Listen, smiley face.
Yeah?
Hey, Brian.
Come here, Fabrizio.
God! I'm a sick man. It's medication.
I know, you're very sick. Have a seat.
Oh, Fabrizio, I parked the Ferrari. I'm so hot.
Take off your coat.
Brian, you look awful thirsty. Have some of this.
Brian, you're a freak. I've heard stories about you. It's true they say in the National Star, isn't it?
Honey? Honey?
What is this? Am I selling e-tickets to come into my home? What's everybody doing here?
My medication, eh?
We got something in it.
Thanks for my coat, my belt.
My watch is buzzing. I gotta go. Just a minute.
Ron, where did this drink come from? What's with honey? Oh, honey!
God, you knocked my coat off. You? Oh, good. Honey's dead. I'm leaving.
No, she's not dead. She's out cold.
What am I going to do?
That's true. What is Brian going to do? What is this carnage in his living room? How will he explain it to the boys upstairs? Tune in next week when we will resolve some of these problems that are paramount in their lives.
Could I have a 3 to 5 word expression of an excuse you would make to somebody?
I'm too tired.
I'm too tired, thank you.
Could I also have a, what did you get, Rich?
I'm too tired.
No, I mean, what was your suggestion?
I'm too tired.
Oh, okay. Well, what I would like is an advertising slogan of 3 to 5 words.
Reach out and touch someone.
Reach out and touch someone, but don't get cute with me, lady, okay? Thanks very much.
And with a flourish. And your favorite excuse.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Thank you.
I'm too tired.
Reach out and touch someone.
It wasn't me.
I'm too tired.
Reach
out.
I'm too tired.
It wasn't me.
Touch some.
I'm too tired.
Reach
It wasn't
Me?
and touch
It
some.
wasn't
I'm
me.
Reach
Too
out
Wasn't
and
me.
touch
It
some.
wasn't
One.
me.
Reach
It
out
wasn't
and
me.
touch
It wasn't me. 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 It wasn't me.
I'm too tired. I'm
Reach out and touch someone.
tired.
Reach out and touch someone. Reach out and touch someone.
Reach out, reach out, reach out.
Reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out.
I'm too tired to reach out.
Tired reach. Tired reach. Tired reach. Someone.
It wasn't me.
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 Touch.
Reach out.
I'm too tired. I'm too tired to reach. I'm too tired. Reach out and reach out. Reach out and reach out. Tired, too 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 tired, someone, reach someone, reach someone, reach someone, reach someone, touch, 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 reach up, reach up, touch, 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 touch someone, touch someone, reach someone, reach someone, touch someone, touch someone, reach someone, reach out and touch someone, touch someone, reach someone, reach out and touch someone, touch someone, reach someone, reach out and touch someone, touch someone, reach someone, touch someone, touch someone, touch someone, reach someone, too tired to reach, 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 too tired. Touch one.
Now Plush Family is going to do a series of pieces and called a life piece. And pieces that we've, actually subjects that we've dealt with before have been like death and sexuality and health was the last one. So what I need from you, or you, is a suggestion of an all-encompassing concept. One word.
Selfishness.
Selfishness. Thank you.
Marjorie,
What?
Alexis is coming over today to play with you. Good girl.
Yes, Daddy.
Marjorie,
Hi, Alexis. Did you bring him in?
I just brought a ball.
Alexis, I can throw too hard for you to catch with your bare hands. You have to have a mitt.
Well, maybe I can use my spirit like this.
Maybe we should play something else, Alexis. Last time we played ball, you got your teeth chipped.
Let's play this soft throw.
Stop.
Just do a soft throw like this.
Neato, Alexis. Neato. This is new.
Marjorie, are you my best friend or not?
Probably not. I'm a friend, Alexis, and our mommies are very best friends, and our daddies are good buddies. That doesn't mean we have to be friends. We have choice. We can choose, Alexis. We don't have to just because they want us to. I think...
Okay, Marjorie, I got it.
What's an object that you feel a little selfish about that you feel uncomfortable if somebody else borrows?
Toaster.
A toaster.
This is your assignment if you choose to accept it, Mr. Phelps. King Hakam of Fazi has taken the royal toaster from the harem in the Leningrad Museum. If you choose to accept it, you must return the toaster and plug it in at the right setting before midnight tomorrow night. This tape may self-destruct. It may just lay there.
Toaster Khalib. Looks like a tough one. Cinnamon?
Yes.
You look lovely, Cinnamon.
Thank you. I was on the cover of several prominent magazines this month.
I have them right here.
Oh, yes.
All laminated.
Wonderful.
Send in Barney. Or his friend.
See?
What a clever guy.
I just thought it was green.
Okay, Barney.
That's where you want it, Jim.
Okay, have a seat.
You have a screwdriver.
Okay,
This is that chair for you, Cinnamon.
there it is. The mock-up toaster. It's very special. Barney, you know how to work on it, don't you?
I've seen them, yes.
Well, okay, well this is it. This is what it looks like.
Looks pretty heavy, Jim.
We're gonna have you lift it, okay? Oh, and you've got the truck, don't you? Of course. Okay, drive the truck and lift it. Okay.
How am I supposed to fit inside that?
That's my part.
No, that's my part.
No, that's my part. You said the next time we had a small, tight object, I could get inside of it. That's the suitcase. It's my turn.
I'm the one that gives you all these assignments, okay? So I get to choose once in a while. I always have to sit back and then be the straight guy, okay?
That's right. You don't risk your life at all. I sit these deep, dark places in the basement when everybody's partying upstairs with a screwdriver, shorting things out.
Yeah.
What happened?
That's right.
Where's the goddamn truck?
Sorry, you know, this way goes buy business.
Well,
What do
so you say.
Jim, I've got
Take my contact.
I've got vouchers for the last 7 trucks. Jim, I've got vouchers for the last 7 trucks I rented too, and I haven't received a payment on them.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
But we did get
I
90
lost the
million in
receipts.
gold.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know, you can't keep treating us this way.
Why not?
Well, I don't, you got that big file at the beginning of each show. There's hundreds of people in there. I wouldn't push too hard.
Well, why didn't I tell you? I've been making all the fun
You guys
things.
just take me for granted. I mean, no. Hi, how are you, Jim? I mean...
That's right.
Montessori. I'm sorry.
Mine's full of carrots.
Do I have time?
Sure.
Oh, good. Thank you.
How long have you been with us, Ed?
16 months, not including my Bahama vacation.
Uh-huh.
But I had diarrhea for the whole thing, so I don't count that.
Well, you know, Eddie, I've been noticing your balance sheets lately.
Why? I thought they were perfectly neat. I think my penmanship is the best on the floor.
Well, most people type.
Well, I mean, the mark of a craftsman is to be able to put his stamp on his own work, and I figure any bimbo from the pool can type.
Some people even do it with computers.
Well, but I was told I couldn't handle those.
Well, I think you're ready after 16 months. Now, I see you listed the trucks and the red wagons.
Yeah. Together, see, because they both have wheels. I didn't put paper clips over the trucks and wagons because they don't ride.
I see.
It's a minor distinction, but I thought it was something I had to make clear to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and how many kids do you have?
How many do I need?
I thought you were a single parent.
Oh, yes, I am. Yes. My boy, Rodrigo, is off. He's at Air Force Academy.
Oh, well, he's pretty much on his own then. You're not supporting
Well,
him
he's living
anymore.
with 20 other men, but
He's your only child.
so far, yes.
Well, 16 months, Eddie, I just feel like maybe you gotten into the company a little bit
I'm not
better.
going to get the raise. I'm not going to get the raise. She's just setting me up to take this big fall. I know. 16 months I did. I've done everything you said. And I'm not going to get the raise.
But Eddie, you just haven't really caught on.
Caught on? So what? Give me presents. I brought a main dish to the potluck. I gave you a ride home in my car.
You've been very generous.
Hi, Mrs. Montessori. I'm ready to start. Is this... Oh, you're not done with him yet?
In what type of setting do you find people are going to be the most selfish? An environment that people tend to...
Cocktail party.
A cocktail party, thank you.
Take some kids.
Sure.
No, I thought it was
Did you bring your big purse? Yeah, I did. I'm going to get a bottle of Jack Daniels. Good to see you.
Dan, how are you?
Like what you're there, I know you do.
Mr. Roberts. I got no claims on it.
Let's take a meeting, okay?
All right, Marky.
Hey, Francisco. Hey, man. Let's have lunch sometime.
Yeah, your Ferrari's sitting back in the shop. You never came to pick it up.
Where did you get that medal there?
It was from a little service I did in Israel. It's nothing to talk about, so.
All right.
You know it.
Happy couple here, having a good time. Good to see you.
So, you still looking for a husband?
He's joking just because we haven't been out for
If
at
you
least
put your
2 weeks.
hand
I'm not
on
doing
Velma
anything.
tonight, I'm going to break your fingers off when we get home.
Okay, just shut up. Okay?
I'm not even got a drink. Go give me a drink. Why don't you?
I'm
What kind of
making
gentleman are you?
I don't think they're having a good time. I think
Will,
everyone's pretty
you know,
bored.
Like it?
Yes,
I got a taste out in the basement.
Bear sweat, I think is what it is. Grand stuff.
I'll bring out the slides, okay?
All right, good.
Okay. Time for my slides.
What a surprise we have for you!
My beeper just went off. Take your phone.
I've got a newborn baby at home. I really should get ready. Thanks so much.
Oh, sure.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Love you, love you, love you.
Can I just ask what are we serving tonight after the hors d'oeuvres and things like that?
You're supposed to bring something.
Gotta go.
Welcome. I'm Ben Loveday. This is Talking About Sexuality. Today we have the prominent author, Robin Hodgson, who has written a series of books on the selfish lover. So let's have him or her out. Robin Hodgson. I say him and her because,
Well, they're little twins. If I could have my twin Robin Hodgson come out. Robin I'll tell you.
well, here's your new book, The Selfish Lover.
2 volumes. It's 2 volumes.
Twin volumes. You turn it upside down. It's a Polish joke book on the side. It's a wonderful book, The Selfish Lover. It talks all about
Dildos, vibrators.
Yeah, self-gratification is what it's all about, you know? Why worry about that other party? Just get yours and get out of there.
You really don't need it either. You know?
No, really.
It's possible to get off just by yourself.
Yeah, chapter 17 is sex in absentia. If they got a cold, you go right on through with it. Get your kicks, you know?
Well, you're quoted in your book as saying, heck, I would kick just about any person out of bed. Now,
Except myself.
what about the chapter where you say that your whole intention is not to please the other person, rather just to get off as many times in 40 seconds as possible?
Well, it just makes more sense. You know, we only have a certain amount of years on this planet, and you really should go for all you can.
Log all that gusto you can, you know? Of course, it's difficult. I have to admit that Robin is able to get off more times in 40 seconds than I am. 40 minutes, actually.
Well, let me ask you now, we've been trained in the 80s to please your partner. How do we break out of that unselfish mode and get back into the selfish mode of just pleasing yourself, and who cares if they orgasm or not?
Separate bedrooms is a good idea.
Sure. At the back of the book, if you notice, you cut out page 117, and it's a plastic inflatable doll, and you just tell your partner, not tonight, and then you go get off with Poopy Snowcrop, or whatever the funny guy is, you know. It's just, and that trains you that you don't need another human there. You can get inflatable toys, teddy bears, whatever's around. Yeah.
That is selfish. That is truly selfish.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's our show for today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, let me think a minute. Okay. What is something that you wouldn't want anybody to know you had?
A platypus.
A roof? A diaphragm? Is that what I heard?
No, platypus.
Platypus. Oh, they're very similar. Fur, and they hide in your drawer.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Rose Blythe, and I just moved here from New York City. And I have something to say about the city of San Francisco.
I have seen many warped and disturbed people here, but the worst person I ever saw was someone who tried to tell me that Donald Duck was really a playbook. We people from the Big Apple are in. You better remember that, San Franciscans.
This free speech message was brought to you by Flash Flammy and does not represent the views of anybody we know.
Yes, my son. Someday when I die, this will be yours. This, Papa, this is the famous statue maiden of our country? Yes, yes, and if you notice, little tarnish, you scratch it off, it is solid gold. Warm to the touch. It's worth lots of our currency, Father. Yes, it's worth lots of their currency, not lots of anyone's currency. And you are very sick, Father. Yes. Here, take off your shoes and put them in the stream. It's very cold. Take off my shoes and put them in the stream? Well, go ahead to me, my son. It will chill the feet and warm the heart. As it is in the legend of our country. Yes, as it is said, that those who take off their feet will chill their feet and warm their heart. Someone knocks. Oh. Yes, who is it? Come into our parlor.
Hello. I'm Mrs. Farnsworth from the American Museum of Modern Art.
Yes?
I'd like to talk about your piece of art.
Well, we talk about art, we love art, we touch art.
I'd like to put your piece of art in the museum.
No, never. Well, I think that's wonderful. Do I get a plaque?
More humanity can enjoy it, sure.
No, this is for my enjoyment. Sure, well, a plaque would be nice.
How can you be so one-sided? Everybody would like to see that beautiful, beautiful piece of art.
I'll take a picture of it and put it on the newspapers. I don't care, but this is mine. I get this one, Dad. When Father leaves us. Thank you, my son. I think if I get a plaque, you can give me a good big plaque, bigger than the one that Benjamin Schwartz got for that little thing he donated, which looked like nothing to me at all. I'll go with your museum.
At the museum, we'll put a plaque and it'll have your name on it at the museum.
How about lights?
Lights?
Whoa. Yeah. Hey, wait. Razzmatazz. Whoa, hey.
No, I'm sure it doesn't suit the period.
Dad, I'm going to be, Prince and everything, and... Well, when you go, I got to be in charge of the country, and as soon as we have a big national deficit, then I got to have this. Oh, it would never ever melt down or sell the Venus of Humperdinck. No, it would never, really.
This is really wonderful. You listen,
okay. That's my would you sign something for me or anything? I just take my statue. I don't know who you are.
Okay.
Your identification?
Let me get my,
my kingdom is going right before my very eyes. You take my statue and I sign. What the hell is that?
Well, I'll be giving you some money for it.
Oh, we get money too?
You're not aware of that. Going on backstage, and everyone wanted to go out at the same time, but didn't make it, so turn the lights out. But anyways, that was Flash Family's look at selfishness. Thank you.
This week we're going to be looking at just 3 of the films out currently, and what we need from you are fictitious titles of films. Maybe we could have some suggestions of those.
The Extra Turkey.
I heard something up here?
Margot's Leg.
Margot's Leg.
All day and night.
Look at that film, Margot's Leg.
You have the leg of a true Frankenstein.
Oh, doctor, I've never met an orthopedic surgeon like yourself.
There's never been one like me. Feel that?
I did indeed. Are you going to cut it off?
Sooner or later. But first, a little wine.
I
bit of dancing.
And a little...
Rubber gloves.
They said that Rula Lenska couldn't act, and this is...
One thing that spoiled the illusion for me was the support hose. I felt that they should have given the role to a younger woman. They merged Spanish ballet film with a documentary, a medical documentary. Many times things like this, they just don't quite mesh.
It was a little bit befuddled and mixed up, and I think that it's because Otto Preminger is very old.
I would agree with that.
Okay. Next film?
Next film, a fictitious film.
The E.T. Phone Tone.
The Extra Turkey? You gonna own after that one? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's take a look at a clip from The Extra Turkey. Okay.
Seven yesterday and now I have 8. There's something strange about this turkey. I think it's trying to give me a message. Oh, very nice. Little Louise, come home. Louise, there's no one here named Louise. Louise, who is that?
I think it's brilliant of the Walt Disney Studios to release this thing mid-summer. They could have waited for Thanksgiving, but I think it's jump up the competition.
Yeah, I think it was a good move by them, but I think it's a terrible movie.
I would agree.
I don't think they should have distributed it. I think that this was originally made for an ABC Movie of the Week long ago. It just doesn't make it in my eyes. I think I've made better crap in the bathroom.
I don't know about that, but it was designed to be an after-school special. I do know that. And it's based on, when you rush a film like this through production, the production value suffers. 6 people, 6 different production companies were surging ahead trying to get this picture out. And they got it out first, and they got it out worst, if I have to say so.
Well, if that's any excuse for putting down $5 for this thing, then forget it. I just can't relate to that, and I think it's a shame that Walt Disney, rest his soul, had to die and give us this Walt Disney staff that doesn't know what they're doing.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I don't think we're gonna agree on this.
We're not gonna get together on that one.
Okay.
The last film is the worst film of this or any week.
Attack of the Hemorrhoids.
Attack of the
below. Gad, it hasn't been this cold since 14 winters ago.
I think this is probably Steven Spielberg's worst film.
Reminiscent of that Bruce Lee film, which came out after his death, where they superimposed his faces on it, on many different characters. And originally this was called Attack of the Humanoids. It was put out in 1952. It was a black and white film. Somebody went back in with a cheap set of acrylic paint, put a bunch of red drops around on some of these characters, and now they call it Attack of the Hemorrhoids? I don't buy it.
It's amazing what they'll get away with.
I'll watch anything in a drive-in, even somebody's hemorrhoid.
Yeah, I was very uncomfortable sitting through the whole thing.
Next week we have 3 brand new films which you'll be seeing. It's a special, that's next week, and it's a special theme show.
That's right. It's about sex and love in the cinema.
That's true. Not necessarily on the screen. So join us for next week's special edition of Sneak Previews.
Thanks for watching.
Eli?
every evening. What is something that makes your heart jump?
Ants.
Ants.
Zap.
Before.
Say no!